I need to share my experience this morning, and I know it's probably going to piss some people off, but it's about tipping culture here, and we all know that there's a bigger conversation, okay, and we don't need to get into all that. Tipping and relying on tips to make a livable wage, I think, is stupid, but that's just what we do here in America and other places, so whatever. My husband and I are big tippers. We both have worked in the service industry. We have not for many years, but we know what it's like to rely on tips. We always over tip no matter what. We don't ever leave bad tips. We tip everywhere we go, okay? In recent years, obviously, tipping has become a bigger thing, even in places that are not relying on tips, everywhere. Everyone just asks if you want to tip them now, and does it make sense? No. And do I think it's gotten out of hand? Absolutely, yes. But usually you can tell that the cashiers or whatever are a little bit uncomfortable. They don't watch you fill things out. You already feel like you have to say yes at those things, even though you're for what? That doesn't make any sense. Because it's on the screen and they're standing there. But usually they're not. Anyways, this is what happened at Big B this morning. We went through the drive-thru. We got 2 bagels and a thing of the donut holes for my daughter. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Maybe this is common everywhere else. I don't know. The girl at the window literally hands the machine to my husband after he pays and says, "Do you want to leave us a tip? Or do you want to leave me a tip? Whatever." And I'm like, what? Just flat out, basically, "Do you want to tip me?" And I was baffled, mind blown, it was super uncomfortable. And just to sit here and look at us and just pretty much be "Hey, do you want to tip me?" Because then you're you can't say no. You feel like shit already if you say no, but what tip for what? I'm not hating on tipping or people getting tips. I'm all for it. A lot of these places, I should say, that are taking tips now, I'm for what? But I'm tipping it. Why not? A few bucks, couple bucks, absolutely. I get tips for people that are relying on it for a livable wage, servers and whatnot, who make far less money because they are relying on tips. But drive-thrus and this and that, if you're not getting anything we're literally just tipping on everything.
One of my favorite parts about eating by myself, especially if it's during a happy hour, is that I don't know if it's because I'm black, maybe I have a resting bitch face, or maybe they just think I'm a bum and I'm broke and I'm just here for the happy hour and I'm not gonna tip. But that's whenever I receive the worst service. They don't come and check on me. I'll watch them check on multiple people that got served their food around the same time I get served my food, or people that come after me. They just don't come and check on me until I raise my hand or I go up there and I say something, and I don't know why, but that's what happens just so often. And now I'm not tipping, and it's okay, oh well, I had to get up and come and find you, but now I'm not tipping.
So Americans are starting to tip less. A recent Wall Street Journal survey found that Americans were starting to push back on tip prompts for basic transactions and service charges, and overall were just very frustrated with tipping culture, which has always been around in America, at least in the recent history, but has really exploded in the past couple years, kind of with the rise of those tip screens, etc. And tipping has been around in American culture for quite a while, but in the past couple of years, it has definitely exploded with the proliferation of the tipping screens, just kind of coming out of COVID. And the survey revealed that in response, Americans are starting to have higher standards, to warrant tipping, using cash to avoid the tip screens, or simply tipping less or not at all. And this isn't just about saving money, though I think that is a factor during times of economic uncertainty. I think there is also kind of this psychology piece at play where I think a lot of consumers believe that the traditional boundaries of what deserves a tip has been overextended to transactions that previously didn't include tipping.
Just got Jimmy John's, and I will normally order, and then when they come, they have a little receipt and you sign it and you give a tip, and she didn't have it. And I was like, "Do you have your receipt for the tip?" And she was like, "Oh, it's in the car, I can go grab it. I don't usually bring it in because for small orders, people don't normally tip." She was really sweet about it, but I was like, oh my gosh, there are certain things for which I feel tip culture is out of control, but a delivery driver who brings me my food, I don't think is one of them. So she went and got it. I signed it. She was a sweetheart.
Unless you are in a situation where you cannot leave your house, you had surgery, you're sick, you're drunk, whatever, why do people use DoorDash? I got a gift card from my boss, so I just ordered Chick-fil-A. I got a chicken Cool Wrap meal, medium fry, medium drink, no extras, no dessert. $24 before tip. 24 for a single meal at Chick-fil-A. If you use DoorDash regularly as a sober, capable person of driving or walking to get your food, why? Because it literally hurt my soul. $24. 24. Like, how are you guys affording this? Or how are you pretending to afford it? $24 is crazy. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Tell me why, Uber Eats, that you are offering a 40% off when you spend $15 or more at a McDonald's that's 5 miles away. But every other McDonald's in my area doesn't qualify. And every other McDonald's in my area charges less for the items. Did you literally raise the item price on the items at the one store you're offering the promotion to? And furthermore, does that store that you're offering the promotion to change by distance? Does someone near that store get the one near me? Are you willfully charging people more for the same item that's further away so that by the time the food arrives, it's cold so that they pay more for priority?
Uber Eats, count your freaking days. They kept telling me I got a £12 voucher to do grocery shopping. So I thought, do you know what? Let me be smart. Let me get water. Yeah? Cool. Put my waters in there. And I think I put like 2 protein shakes in there that was on sale. And then I go to the checkout. It said £12 off if you spend 25 or more, yeah? I spent £28. Why is it telling me it only cut off £3.66 with the promotion? Where's my £12? I don't understand. That makes no logical sense to me. You told me if I spend more than £25, I spent £28, yeah? And now you're telling me I only got £3, £3.88 off. So I will not be buying. So stop sending me notifications saying, did I miss something? No, I didn't. I'm not buying anything from you.
Alright, so obviously I'm in my fucking car right now because I said, babe, what you want to eat tonight? I go get us something to eat. I said, you want some Zaxby's? She was like, yeah. I was like, man, but I don't really feel like going nowhere. I said, I'm gonna just Uber eat it, right? So I pull up the motherfucking app. So I go to the buy one, the offers, buy one, get one free. And they had 5 chicken tenders for $11.59. I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, but don't come no fries, you know what I'm saying? That's 10 chicken tenders. I said, well, how much the combo is? So I look at the combo, nigga, 5-finger plate, goddamn $20. $20. I said, nah, bruh, ain't no, I said, bruh, let me look at that. Cause I said, boy, this shit made me get the fuck up. So I said, let me look on the app. Let me go look on the app. Dog, the combo is $11.69. So you mean to tell me for goddamn, they charging almost 10 motherfucking more dollars on Uber Eats for the same fucking thing? Bro, I'm telling you, I got so mad looking at it. That's why I'm in the car. I'm just gonna go get it. And then you think you're getting a deal with them 10 chicken tenders, and you're not. That shit is a scam. Uber Eats is a fucking scam. You are paying a premium price because you too lazy to get up and go get your food. That is wild. Dog, even they little sauce balls. The Sauce Boss box. You get 2 pieces of toast, fries, 4 tenders, 2 cookies, and what that is. Cheddar bites. Some cheddar bites for $14.49. Go back to the app, and you can only get a quesadilla for $1 more. No fries, no nothing, just a quesadilla. Bro, I'm telling you, they be, oh my God, they be scamming. So my fat black ass about to take my ass up to the Zaxby's and get this shit my motherfucking self. Cause looking at these prices piss me all the way off. I'm not, bro. Yeah, let me go get this goddamn food.
What are you guys tipping your DoorDash drivers? Because me personally, I'm not tipping 20% on the bill, which last night Uber Eats wanted me to do. But it's like, I'm not asking you questions. You're not running down the menu. You're not opening a bottle of wine. You're not giving me a fucking service. You're driving to my house. I think like $1 per mile is like pretty good. I think that's like a good standard. And half the time, let me tell you, these bitches don't even walk in the restaurant to get the food. They have you bring it out. And we don't even get the tip. Like, the restaurant doesn't get the tip. So, I don't know. Just me personally, I don't think they deserve 20% on my bill, which is why I'll never be using Uber Eats ever again. I'll stick to DoorDash. But, like, what What do you guys normally tip them? Because I feel like they deserve a tip. They're doing a service. However, not 20% on my bill. Thank you.
Hot take is that sometimes servers do not deserve to be tipped. And this is coming from someone who has worked in the restaurant industry and who has been a server. I took my daughter and I out to dinner tonight, and our server took 10 minutes to even come to our table to ask what we wanted to drink. Mind you, it was not busy at all. We ordered our drinks and our food at the same time because we could kind of tell that we were not going to get our food fast if we don't. And we ordered the same exact thing. So it was not a difficult order at all. Our salads were brought out before the waters. And then when she did bring the water, she forgot my daughter's water. I had to ask 3 times for my daughter to get her own water. When I asked for the 3rd time, she brought over the pitcher and asked me if I wanted my daughter to have a glass or just to drink out of mine. And so I proceeded to ask for a kid's water again. Food came out fine, thank God, and everything else seemed to go smoothly. However, she couldn't figure out the payment, so she had to get a manager. The bill came out to $37, and if I were paying, I probably would have only tipped $5. I was lucky that my dad was paying, though, because he did tip $10. But that just goes back to tipping culture. I think a lot of servers expect 20% even if they don't give good service. And I think people are finally starting to question why we are tipping so many people. Tipping in fast food seems crazy to me. Even tipping at Starbucks or any sort of coffee shop is crazy to me.
I came and picked up the groceries we ordered at Publix. I don't know, it's like $800-900 worth of groceries. And I tried to tip the 3 guys that came out bring the groceries, and they wouldn't allow me to tip. Why in the hell do they ask for a damn tip at when you go pick up your own damn food at like freaking McDonald's or someplace like that, or some fast food restaurant, and then somebody that actually comes out and does work, I'm not allowed to tip them? What in the freaking world? I don't understand. Do you guys think that's wrong, that I'm not allowed tipping the people that come out and work? I mean, it is just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much they're paying these guys, but I find it, I don't know. I tip a lot for things that I shouldn't be tipping for, and then when somebody actually deserves a tip, then I'll take it.
Most people, like my job, I work for tips. Like my salary would not pay me anything. And yes, I understand this is also a business issue. Like this should be talked about with the managers, but like that's just how it is for almost every single business. And especially like for, say, an ice cream shop. If you're coming in and getting like 18,000 complicated things that are big and a lot of money, literally just tip a couple dollars. At that point, if you're ordering that much ice cream, like we know you can afford a tip. And obviously if your service was horrible, then like, yes, I completely understand. And most 100% servers, your servers should be 100% tipped, and I don't care any other excuse you have. They literally get paid $2 an hour. Pay them. You are literally getting a nice ass service that you don't get at home at all. And at least if someone's making you a coffee or serving you ice cream, it's kind of like whatever. But these people are busting their asses, catering literally to you as your server, and you're going to tip them $0? No, I don't think so. And literally, I always do 20% when I'm eating out, but like, just do 15% at least. Say for whatever reason your service was horrible. I mean, then, you know, maybe you tip them either less or just don't tip at all, but you have a reason, you know. Ugh. Just extremely shitty to people that work their asses off for you just for you to tip them $0. Servers don't give you good service for shits and giggles. They give it to you based off their service. That's why I think everyone needs to work in the food industry, because I literally learned so much. If I never would have worked in the food industry, like before I had the like thing, if I'm not a restaurant, I'm not tipping you. But now I literally tip everywhere. I at least tip 50 cents if it's like an $8 order or something.
Bro, since when did all this shit get so expensive, bro? Like, when the fuck did McDoubles and McChickens get so expensive? Like, how is this $20? Like, man, what? And this is small. Y'all, this shit crazy.
And to think that I was gonna enjoy the big box. What they say, 1 big box plus a drink. Mash and gravy, mac and cheese. Guess what all I got? It's chicken and bread. If I just wanted chicken and bread Popeyes, I could have cooked that at home. I'm still looking for my sides. Everybody in there playing. And y'all, I always be checking my food. But I decided not to. And they failed me. How you eat Popeyes with no side? Like, I'm pissed.
Remember when fast food was the go-to option for a quick and cheap meal? A few dollars could get you a burger, fries, and a drink. But today, it feels like those days are long gone. Fast food prices are rising faster than ever, leaving many wondering, what happened? Why is fast food no longer cheap? Today, we're diving deep into the reasons behind these price hikes, from inflation and supply chain disruptions to rising labor costs and changing business models. To understand why fast food prices have soared, we need to start with one of the biggest culprits: inflation. Over the past few years, inflation has impacted nearly every sector of the economy, and fast food is no exception. Ingredients like beef, chicken, potatoes, and bread have all seen price increases due to rising costs of production and transportation. For example, the price of beef has jumped nearly 20% in the last 2 years, driven by higher feed costs and supply chain bottlenecks. When the cost of raw ingredients rises, those increases are inevitably passed on to consumers. Next, let's talk about supply chain disruptions. The COVID-19 pandemic wreaked havoc on global supply chains, causing delays, shortages, and higher transportation costs. Fast food chains rely heavily on complex supply networks to source their ingredients, packaging, and equipment. When those networks are disrupted, as we've seen with trucking shortages and port delays, it becomes more expensive to get food from the supplier to the restaurant. These costs don't just disappear, they're built into the price of your meal. Another major factor is rising labor costs. In recent years, there's been a significant push for higher wages in the fast food industry. Many states and cities in the U.S. have increased minimum wages, and some fast food chains like McDonald's and Chipotle have raised pay to attract and retain workers in a competitive labor market. While higher wages are a win for employees, they also contribute to higher menu prices. For example, Chipotle announced that it raised menu prices by 4% to offset wage increases for its staff. But rising costs alone don't explain the entire picture. Fast food chains are also adapting to changing consumer expectations. Today's customers want more than just cheap, greasy food. They're looking for higher quality ingredients, healthier options, and more sustainable practices. Chains like Wendy's, Taco Bell, and Burger King have responded by revamping their menus, which often comes with a higher price tag. Items like plant-based burgers, cage-free eggs, and organic produce are more expensive to source, and those costs are reflected in what you pay. Let's not forget about technology. While innovations like mobile ordering, self-service kiosks, and delivery apps have made fast food more convenient than ever, they've also introduced new expenses for restaurants. Partnering with delivery platforms like Uber Eats or DoorDash comes with hefty fees, which many chains offset by raising prices on delivery orders. The cost of maintaining app-based systems and digital marketing also adds to the overall expenses. Even loyalty programs, which are designed to keep customers coming back, contribute to higher prices. While these programs offer perks like free food or discounts, the cost of funding them is factored into menu prices. It's a balancing act for fast food companies, offering value to customers while covering the costs of these new features. So, what does this all mean for consumers? For one, you're likely paying more for less. Fast food portions have subtly shrunk in recent years, a phenomenon known as shrinkflation. For example, a large fry at some chains isn't quite as large as it used to be, but the price hasn't gone down. This strategy allows companies to maintain profit margins without drastically raising prices, though customers still feel the pinch. To adapt to these changes, some consumers are turning to value menus or combo deals to stretch their dollars. But even those aren't as budget-friendly as they once were. A dollar menu might now include items priced at $1.50 or $2. And while combo meals are convenient, they often cost nearly as much as a sit-down restaurant meal when you add upgrades or extras. It's worth noting that not all fast food chains are affected equally. Large corporations like McDonald's and Starbucks, with their global supply chains and economies of scale, can absorb rising costs more effectively than smaller or regional chains. However, even they aren't immune to the pressures of inflation and labor shortages. Experts predict that prices will continue to rise in the near term as inflation persists and supply chains take time to stabilize. However, some chains are exploring creative solutions to keep costs down, such as automating tasks in the kitchen, sourcing local ingredients to reduce transportation costs, and streamlining menus to focus on high-margin items. For consumers, the best strategy is to shop smart. Look for deals, use apps for rewards and discounts, and be mindful of upsells like larger drinks or extra sides that can quickly add up. If you're willing to explore alternatives, local diners or fast casual chains might offer better value for the same price. Ultimately, the rising cost of fast food is a reflection of broader economic trends. Inflation, supply chain challenges, and shifting consumer expectations have reshaped the industry, making cheap meals harder to come by. While fast food may no longer be as affordable as it once was, it remains a convenient and accessible option for millions of people. What's your take on fast food prices? Let us know in the comments below.
My DoorDasher just destroyed my entire DoorDash order because I didn't leave a tip. Now, this may be divisive for some people, but I didn't have the money to leave a tip. I just wanted some DoorDash. I just really wanted some DoorDash. So, let me explain what happened here. I got DoorDash this morning because my wife loves coffee. She loves a medium latte from Dunkin' Donuts. It's her favorite thing to get. So, I decide to, before she wakes up, get a medium latte from Dunkin' Donuts. Next thing to wake up to, she wants a strawberry donut. I got her order memorized. We got it synced. We're locked in. Neuralink. I am just baffled. It takes 2 hours to get the order. So I'm like, okay, all right. So, I didn't leave a tip. Now, this is gonna probably spark some debate here immediately upon me not leaving a tip. I just didn't have the money to leave a tip. I really didn't. I just want some DoorDash. And I didn't have the means to leave because my wife freaks out when I leave in the morning because she likes waking up next to me. It's like her favorite thing to do. So I come downstairs and I sit right here. Right? I sit right here. I'm still in the building. So just in case my wife wants to know where I'm at, I can rush back upstairs. She doesn't freak out because she just has attachment issues. So we're just going to get out the way. So I'm like, cool. And I freak out too. I'm not going to lie. I have attachment issues too. I love being next to my wife. So let's get into this. The person comes up and they immediately see me and their eyes turn red and I get confused. I'm very perplexed. And they say, "You the bro didn't leave a tip?" And immediately this happens. He tosses it down. I'm a little bit confused. Why'd you toss it down? It was strange. It immediately tossed my drink down. I was confused. My drink is right there. Just tossed my drink down from not leaving a tip. I was a little bit perplexed. I said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Have a good day." And he walked away. Now, naturally, I should expect this. I'm in Detroit. I should just know this. This should be par for the course. But it really messed me up. Is a tip that serious? Is that real? Is that a real thing? DoorDashers, I know you can see the tip. I understand that. But to destroy an entire order over the monetary value of what I just wanted this morning is insane. To waste the entire thing. It's still there. I'm just looking at it. I'm not cleaning it up. It's really insane to me to do something like that. That feels partially, I don't know, a bit of an overreaction, a slight bit of an overreaction, in my opinion. Maybe I'm psychotic, maybe I'm crazy, maybe my soul is left adrift, maybe I'm just dumb, maybe that might be me, but this feels like a bit of an overreaction. And I taught DoorDash and explained what happened, and they said, "That sounds unreasonable. We'll definitely give you your credit back. Would you like to order the same thing?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to order the same thing. That'd be great." Now I'm scared to not leave a tip. A little bit scared to not leave a tip. I'm a little bit terrified, honestly. This is a one-off instance, by the way. I usually try my best to leave a tip if I have the money. But this is insane. This feels targeted somehow. It's weird. This is weird.
Uber Eats is worse than DoorDash because at least with DoorDash, the support is somewhat helpful. They're actually reading chat messages. With Uber Eats, my first and last experience with them today, somebody stole our order. We kept getting new drivers. The time kept getting pushed back on when it was going to be delivered. So I went to ask the driver, like, what's going on with the order? "Oh, somebody stole y'all order." And again, drivers keep being assigned. So I went to the chat trying to tell customer service this. They're sending generic messages. They're not even reading. They don't want to give you your money back. If you cancel, you're not going to get your money back. It's no help. And at the last resort of things, it was only because the order at that point was almost an hour late and they gave me my money back. But the fact that the person during that time still asked me if I wanted the order to be delivered after I told them that it was no longer there because somebody stole it. No, thank you, Uber Eats. No, thank you.
Call me crazy, but when I ordered DoorDash, I did not order Meetup Dash. I ordered DoorDash. I'm not meeting you outside of my complex. I want the food at my door. I am paying for a premium service and tipping on top of it so I don't have to go get the food. What's the point of me tipping almost 30% if you can't bring the food to my door? And before y'all come for me, I have explicit directions on how to enter my fortress of an apartment complex. I describe where the call box is located. I obviously say what number to dial on it. I tell them where to go as soon as you enter the lobby, where to turn, where the elevator is located, what floor to go to. Then once they get off on the floor, Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, until you get to my apartment. I'm not even asking for a hand-to-hand face-off. I say, ring the doorbell, and I'm good. So when I get the here message, I'm copying and pasting my delivery instructions. And again, I am tipping close to 30% on an overpriced food item. I am paying for a delivery service. I would like the food to be delivered. Listen, I get it. I did DoorDash. I get it. It's annoying to go into apartment complexes, but nobody's forcing you to do DoorDash and go into these apartment complexes.
Since when did the McDonald's hash brown become over $3? What are we doing? Okay, come here, but too close. $3.29 in some cases for a hash brown. Okay, it's gotten so bad, the fast food prices, that I've resorted to go to hospital cafeterias because they give you a lot of food for very, very little money. I'll give you an example. Here in Arizona, there's hospitals called Banner Health. I went in there because a lot of my friends were recommending the food at their cafeterias. It's very, very cheap and it's a lot of food. I didn't believe them. Again, a hash brown at McDonald's over $3, right? I went to the cafeteria in the hospital. I got a 6-ounce cheeseburger with all the veggies, fries, and a drink for $7. You're telling me for 2.25 hash browns, I can get a full meal and then some at a cafeteria in a hospital. But at McDonald's, I can only get 2 hash browns? What are we doing? What's going on? What the hell is going on with fast food prices?
I'm officially too poor for KFC. I am making pulled pork sandwiches for dinner tonight, and my family wanted coleslaw, specifically the coleslaw from KFC. So after I left the grocery store, I went to KFC and I ordered 3 sides of coleslaw and a kid's chicken nugget meal because I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. 3 sides of coleslaw and a kid's meal was, guess how much? Oh wait, just guess. $36. $36 for 3 sides of coleslaw and a chicken nugget kids meal. Like, what is this world coming to? I don't even understand how they can justify charging so much for fucking coleslaw and 5 of the tiniest chicken nuggets I have ever seen in my life. Like, I'll show you. Like, just fucking look at that. That is the tiniest little nuggets I have ever seen in my life. And then I got like a half order of fries. It was the smallest kids meal I've ever seen. Cold fries. I didn't get my drink. I didn't even realize that I didn't get my drink because it was supposed to be a Capri Sun. I didn't even realize I didn't get it until like I'd already driven away, and it's just a Capri Sun, so like whatever. But you're charging $36 and you're not even giving people their complete order. 3 sides of coleslaw and a kids meal, $36. That is just fucking crazy.
Top 5 most expensive fast foods. Number 5 is McDonald's. McDonald's used to be cheap. What happened to the dollar menu? Used to be able to get a burger for 49 cents. Number 4 is El Pollo Loco. Shut that lawnmower up! El Pollo Loco's expensive. Them prices are loco. Number 3 is Chipotle. I'm not spending $3 on some guacamole. Okay, it should come with the burrito. Number 2, what am I giving number 2 to? Chick-fil-A, okay, them homophobic chickens. Buy these creatine gummies, they're in the TikTok shop. Stop going to fast food, go to the gym, get motivated, quit spending all your money and calories on garbage. These will get you motivated. Get it together. Follow me! Also tell me what the most expensive fast food is to you. Number 1, I'm giving to Sonic!
Why is Five Guys so much more expensive than other fast food restaurants? Their cheeseburger is literally $11.59. That's $9 more expensive than a cheeseburger from McDonald's. Well, it's because they're greedy and they want all your money. Nah, not really. But here are 3 reasons why they can get away with charging so much. 1 is because their burgers are huge. A Five Guys cheeseburger has almost double the meat of a Big Mac and 4 times the meat of a McDonald's cheeseburger. 2 is that that although their burgers are super expensive, the rest of their menu is relatively cheap. A small fries is about $5 and comes with a ton of fries. Plus, you get free peanuts and unlimited toppings. They're not really free. The cost of the extras are baked into the cost of the burger. And 3 is obviously inflation. The prices of food are still about 20% more expensive than before 2020.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the whole reason right here. It's like restaurants went and raised their prices and forgot how to cook at the same time. Like, who's actually thriving here? I know the customers aren't, and I can't imagine the staff are either.
If you a food truck and you charge over $20 for a whole meal, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. You're going straight down. It's not gonna be a staircase. You're sliding down that bitch. If you're a fast food restaurant charging over $20, $15 for a whole meal, you're going to hell too. Okay, you're gonna, if you're a fast food place, you're sliding down that pole like Lil Nas X did in that motherfucking music video. Y'all are going to hell. Y'all are dead ass wrong. Why are you charging that much for some fuck? Don't make me mad. Don't make me. You charging too much for that fucking food, ho. Don't play with me. The hell.
Bitch talking about she got expensive taste. She mad at me because I took her to Five Guys. That shit cost. That motherfucker there is cost, nigga. And I got you the milkshake. Don't ever disrespect me, bitch. I just tricked on you.
Bro, why is fast food so expensive?
Like I'm not trying to spend $12 on a Wendy's burger and $5 extra for a Frosty. Hey, bro! Like, let me get a smash burger for $2. Especially McDonald's, bro. They be overcharging their bitch ass sauce patties. Like, it's basically just sauce and bun at this point. The chicken nuggets are based though. I hate inflation, bro. Especially Starbucks with their watered down fucking drinks. For $8 a piece. I think the most fairly priced fast food place gotta be either Jack in the Box or Sonic.
Look, he just make a burger.
It was just Uber.
Hi, how can I help you?
I didn't get my food. No, I don't know what your drivers are doing. It's 2 a.m. Where is my food?
It says here it was delivered by Mohammed.
What do you mean? I really want a refund.
I can give you Uber credit.
No, I don't want Uber credit. No, I don't want Uber credit. Yeah. A cash refund would be fine. Jeez. I can't believe my food didn't come. My days, how come my food not come? Oh, this is so bad. I'm having such a bad experience. I don't even know if I'm gonna order again. What, you do the refund in a few hours? Not the next 2 days? Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Why did I say that you didn't deliver the order? Why am I pretending that you didn't order it to me? Why do I have the order inside of my hand? You want some? You don't want some? You want me to make a report to say that I got the order? I can't do that.
Dude, fuck Uber Eats. I placed an order the wrong address because I ordered my best friend Dunkin' Donuts the other day. Accidentally ordered that. They charged me $27 to cancel within 3 seconds of placing the order because the restaurant had started to make the food. I called the restaurant. Restaurant had not started to make the food. Restaurant was not making the food. So Uber Eats gets all $27? Are you guys experiencing this? This is highway robbery. Screw Uber Eats. I'm doing DoorDash from here on out.
Hi, DoorDash, you can count your fucking days. Because what do you mean that when we reported that our DoorDash drivers stole our food last week and we wanted a credit back for us, they've now made it to where we have to, on my husband's account, not mine, we have to give them a PIN when they hand us our food. So you're telling me that when we ordered food just now at 12:17 p.m. and he has to knock on our door instead of just leave it at the front door, and we said, hey, this is our PIN, boop, boop, boop. And he said, okay, thanks. took a picture of my husband and everything, and left, and not a minute later came back and knocked on my motherfucking door at 12:20 p.m. Hi, Pin. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
DoorDash, count your days. Count your days. I will never be ordering anything from DoorDash again. So you remember they had that Mother's Day promo where you're like, oh, you buy flowers, blah, 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 and then you get $50 to spend at like other places, 50 or something, whatever. Anyway, I did that. Tell me why they charged my card twice. My original order was only $4 over. I was like, okay, cool, charge me $4. Then 2 days later, I see them charge $50, which is the promotional amount that was supposed to be applied to my order. And I'm like, what? I contact DoorDash support, not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. 4 times I've contacted DoorDash support about this issue. Someone will get back to you. No one ever has. Insanity is contacting customer support more than 3 times and expecting a different result on the 4th. That's why your customer service is trash. I'm sorry, I'm upset. Literally, a bad customer service experience will turn me away from a brand forever. Forever. Just like Cardi B said, if you beef with me, we beefing forever. We're not really beefing forever because I will literally delete your existence from my mind. You no longer exist. And your customer service is trash. Basura! Oh! That would be my 13th reason to turn into the villain. Y'all got me messed up. You can book it for sure. Account deleted. I am never buying anything from y'all ever again. I could literally be on my list. I could literally... You don't understand. The 4th time that I contacted customer support, which was just now, they said, you should have reached out to us earlier about the situation. Did you not see the other 4 tickets that are associated to my account? I'm never ordering from y'all ever again. You will never see another dime of my money. Anyway, I was gonna tell y'all about the Beyonce concert, but you know what? Yeah.